Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the bakery. In addition to today's episode of Throw It Back Thursday, I also have a video coming out Saturday with a bunch of my friends. It's a little nice. It's got some good parts, pretty good. Anyway, if you haven't seen the first episode of Throw It Back Thursday, which, I'm sure most of you haven't, this is just kind of a Q&A series I want to start. So, if you have any questions to ask about me, make sure you join the Discord server and put them in there. As you can see, we're playing Half-Life as well, because part of the thing about Throw It Back Thursday is I'm also going to have some classic gameplay in the background. Oh, yeah. Our first question today actually comes from my beautiful girlfriend. On the server, she asks what my first video game was. Now, I have a memory of several different video games from when I was just a young cake, so I'm not entirely sure which one was my first game, but I do have a couple suspicions of what it was. I think it was one of these three. Ratchet & Clank Size Matters, Sly Cooper, or The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm not entirely sure which one it was, so everyone in the audience, just pick your favorite. Alright, next question. And this one comes from Crowstep Xanth on the Discord server. He asks what my favorite video game is. That is a very tough question for me. I've played a lot of incredible games that all have different tones and details that make them a little difficult to compare. However, I'd have to say that my favorite video game is probably Dark Souls Remastered. I really wish they would remake it with the Demon's Souls remake graphics and modernized Souls gameplay. If not Dark Souls though, my favorite is probably either Shadow of the Colossus or Ghost of Tsushima. Both absolutely incredible games, and the sequel to the latter was just announced, which I am ecstatic for. Our next question once again comes from the Discord server, this time from Bishop Renegade. He asks what the first new game I was disappointed by is. Now, I try to be a pretty positive person, so I always try to find the silver lining in works like games and movies, because a lot of the time it was a labor of love, and a hard one at that. However, with that in mind, I can say there is one game I was disappointed with. And not just regular disappointed, I mean it absolutely shattered my opinion of the company. Starfield. Never once in my 400 years of life have I been more disappointed and distraught about a game than Starfield. On to the next one. No. These questions will be coming from YouTube. We're done with Discord. Make sure you join those so your question has a better chance of being answered and so you can vote on what videos I do. What's that, Will Mark? Oh. Where can you find the uncensored videos? They're gonna be on my Patreon soon. Moving forward, I'm gonna be putting uncensored videos on there. The first will be this Saturday's. Alright, now that those shameless plugs are over, let's get back to the comments.
Levels detected. Seek medical attention.
Our first YouTube question comes from Cairo, actually, coming off of my New Vegas BB gun challenge. He asks how many times I've died in all of my challenges combined. Up to now, including the Terraria challenge I'm currently filming, as well as challenges that I started and, they turned out to be impossible, so I didn't do videos on them. I have amassed 1,295 deaths. Wow, that's more than 5, at least. Next question is another one from Wilmark. This one's on my Cyberpunk with only the budget arms challenge. He asks what led to me making a YouTube channel. I answered this in the very first Throw It Back Thursday episode, but seeing as we have about 2,000 new people, I think I'll answer it again. Being a YouTuber for me, much like I imagine it was for all of you when you were young, was Baby Mancake's dream job. For as long as I can remember, being a YouTuber just seemed like such an incredible line of work. You get to entertain, play games you like, make new friends. It just seemed great. As I grew older, I started watching a lot of challenge runners. However, there's one in particular who sparked the creation of the bakery and the Mancakes channel and all. Mitten Squad. Mitten Squad was far and away my favorite challenge runner. Aiden and I really enjoyed him. Then Aiden and I both found out the tragic news about him incredibly suddenly. That's when I decided I'd make a YouTube channel, where I'd just make videos of whatever games I wanted with a focus on challenge runs. Then, the rest is history. Alright, our next comment is from Pineapple Good 5707. I wonder what great question they have in mind. Anyway, I feel like this is a good point to talk about a couple YouTube current events, I guess. Like I said I would in the other half of these videos. Let's start with the Talk to a podcast. Terrible. Me, Cairo, and Aiden have all been watching it and like keeping up with it as kind of like a joke, I guess. Like just to see, it's like watching a car crash, you know what I mean? I swear to you, even though 3 episodes are out already, like only 3 episodes are out already, it is getting harder and harder to watch it. It is terrible. Just suffering. I don't watch it. Each episode is just worse than the last. But, you know, Cairo just can't get enough of the Hawk Tuah girl. Next, the Sony State of Play that came out yesterday, as of the recording of this video. What do you guys think about it? I personally think that it was mostly terrible. I give it a 3 out of 10. No Bloodborne remake, no Bloodborne PC port, no Demon's Souls PC port, and no old Ratchet & Clank PC port. Although I will say, I am absolutely stoked for Ghost of Yotei. As I said earlier, Ghost of Tsushima is one of, if not my favorite game of all time, so I am so excited for the sequel. Next, I know this isn't really like a YouTube current event, but I just want to get the word out there and talk about it because I'm super excited. Blasphemous 2 is getting its first DLC on Halloween, and it's going to add Mea Culpa from the first game as a weapon option, as well as I think 2 new endings and like I think 4 new areas and all that. And I'm just so excited. I'm not sponsored by the team behind Blasphemous. I think it's Team 17. I just love that game, and I want to spread the word about it. Especially since all the DLCs for both the games, the first one and the second one, are free. So, like, if you haven't played those games, please check them out. Finally, I just have one thing to say to "You gonna cancel me, yeah, Genzimibruh guy." Just stop. Your stage personality and performance have really just become irrelevant in the modern age. Respectfully, it's probably best if you retire. And that's everything. Make sure you join the Discord, not just for asking questions, but we also host movie nights in there and stuff. It's pretty fun. It's a fun place. It's completely free to join. I didn't really feel like that needed to be said, but I guess there are some YouTubers who lock their Discord behind Patreon or something. Anyway, it's free. Give me your feedback on Landon and Terry, too. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today, so as always, have a fantastic day. Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you all for the support you've shown me. It just means an incredible amount, and I just can't believe that this might actually evolve into a full-time job one day. Again, I just can't thank all of you enough. I hope you all have an amazing day.